The 2022 season concluded with Sebastian Vettel's Formula One driving career coming to an end. Everyone in Formula One was taken aback by his retirement because it, wasn't anticipated. What prompted the four-time world champion to retire? Was Abu Dhabi the last we saw of him on the grid, or should we expect him to return to the sport in a different role? What about Vettels' future has Red Bull hinted at? Stay tuned as we dig deeper into today's topic. To begin, let's look at Vettels' retirement from F1 and why he retired. The F1 world was treated to the shocking and sad news of Vettels' retirement in Hungary. I hereby announce my retirement from Formula One by the end of the 2022 season. Probably I should start with the long list of people to thank now, but I feel it's more important to explain the reasons behind my decision. Vettel said in a video. So why did Vettel hang his helmet? Let's hear the reasons from the man himself. As much as there is life on the track, there is my life off track too, Vettel said. Next to racing, I've grown a family and I love being around them. I've grown other interests outside of Formula One. My passion for racing in Formula One comes with a lot of time spent away from them, and it takes a lot of energy. Committing to my passion the way that I did, and the way that I think it is right, doesn't longer go side by side with my wish to be a great father and a husband, he added. From his statements, it's clear that Vettel now wants to spend more time with his family. Vettel has made it clear that he's done competing in full F1 season calendars, but he's willing to stand in for a driver for maybe a single race in the event of an emergency, like an illness. Vettel said, maybe one of the drivers in the future will feel sick. I don't want them to feel so, but I wouldn't mind jumping back in for a race at Suzuka at any time. At the moment, I have no plans. If anybody's happy to sign up a driver for a single race, it's seriously something I'd consider. I don't know, never say never. I mean, it's a great track for many reasons. Who knows what the future's going to bring? I don't know. Next, Vettel has been linked to a future role at Red Bull. Vettel's retirement announcement sparked a lot of speculation about his future. His old team, Red Bull, has already welcomed him back to the team in a managerial role, as revealed by the team principal Christian Horner and the team advisor Helmut Marko. We have two teams, so we're open to that. Marko responded when he was asked if there was a chance that Vettel would join the team's management. His life will definitely be different from the one he had as a driver. He'll come to work early, leave later, and receive only a small part of a pilot's salary. A giggling Marko added. Helmut also said this about Vettel's probable future with the team. He's always been obsessed with data, and he'll always be a huge part of what we've done and who we are. It's not impossible that he'll come back for a top management position. We had a conversation, and if he could get a top management position that would appeal to him, that became clear during the conversation. He would certainly have the potential and the personality for it. However, no official talks have taken place between the team and Vettel. Marko will be turning 80 in April, and in the case where he decides to retire from his role as the head of the Red Bull driver development program, Vettel is seen as a worthy successor. Horner is certain that Vettel would be equal in this task, just like Marko, if he wishes. He's a great people person, and he understands the value of people and the contribution that they make to the success. He's turned into something of a driver counselor in the last couple of years as well. It really depends on what he wishes to apply himself to. He is one of those guys that's just annoyingly good at anything he chooses to do, so I'm sure that if he chooses that path, he'd be good at it, Horner told the media. Following that, let's take a look at Vettel's career at Red Bull. Vettel started his relationship with Red Bull back in 2007 when he raced for his F1 sister team Toro Rosso. In the 2008 Italian Grand Prix, he delivered Toro Rosso their first victory, leaving everyone marveling at his performance because he actually gave the sister team their first win before the main Red Bull team. His stunning performance earned him a race seat at Red Bull in 2009, where he beat his more seasoned teammate Mark Webber. At the Chinese Grand Prix, he gave Red Bull their first pole position and a win. Did I mention that he finished P2 that season in the Drivers' Championship? In the following 4 seasons, from 2010 to 2013, Vettel became a force to be reckoned with, winning 4 straight World Championship titles. Between those years, he won 24 races, accounting for 44% of all races and 40 pole positions, which was 52% of all pole positions. He definitely dominated the grid because by the time he was 27 years old, he was already a 4-time world champion. 39 of his 53 wins were with Red Bull, and after a difficult 2014 season, Vettel's tenure at Red Bull came to an end. As he subsequently moved to Ferrari in 2015 and Aston Martin in 2021, we've achieved a great deal together, and we've enjoyed a lot of success. We've had some great times on and off the track, and we'll be looking back on those with great fondness and affection, Horner said. That's what he said regarding Vettel's departure from the team, too. Vettel holds the record for the youngest F1 world champion at the age of 23. These outstanding performances have earned him the place among F1's greatest drivers of all time. Moving on, why is Vettel fit for the role of team advisor and head of the Red Bull Drivers Development Program? Sebastian has evolved into a kind of driver's counselor throughout the course of his recent years at F1. He helped Mick Schumacher in adjusting to F1 during his rookie season. Aston Martin's team boss said that Vettel is equipped with human skills and the personality that's needed for the future role that he's associated with at Red Bull. Daniel Ricciardo had a tough 2022 season at McLaren, but Vettel always checked up on him even though he was a rival. Vettel called the Honey Badger frequently, especially when it was confirmed that he would be replaced by a fellow Australian driver, Oscar Piastri, which was of great help to him. He's picked up the phone multiple times this year, and he's just been a friend, just showing care and just checking in as a true friend would do. To have friends like that is so important, but it's also not that common in terms of the grid. We get on with drivers, and you do build friendships, but to have that deeper level of friendship, I mean, some of the gestures he made this year and some of the kindness he showed towards me was, in a way, unexpected, but just super nice. Ricciardo said regarding Vettel. And obviously, it had a bit more emphasis around the time all the contract stuff was happening, but when there was a lot of noise. I don't want to single him out because it was some other drivers, but he was the one that was certainly picking up the phone pretty often and checking in. On a personal level, some of the things that he's done for me, just very, very appreciative of, Ricciardo added. With all the skills that he has from his F1 experience, Vettel can now help coach new drivers, making him the perfect man for the Red Bull role. He's also ready to get up early and put in long hours if he gets into that management position. He said, "It's okay, I'm used to getting up early with the kids," Vettel said, "but yes, I know very well that the drivers need to consciously allocate time for rest, while the leaders of the teams are constantly dealing with these things," he added. Finally, what are other options for the future that Vettel has? Vettel has expressed interest in rallying. Naturally, you do look at other stuff. I quite look forward to the idea of nothing at first, and then seeing what that does to me. There are a lot of other things in my head as well, other interests and ideas outside of racing. Obviously, I've done F1 for so long and it's central to my life, so it's difficult to say I'm not going to miss it, but how much and whether I start looking at something else, we'll see. I've always liked rallying for some reason, but I can see that being a major challenge because it's so different from what we're doing. Let's say classic circuit racing. Vettel responded when he is asked about a probable shift to rallying. What do you think Vettel's going to settle on in the future? Let us know in the comment section down below. Well, guys, that marks the end of the video today. I hope you like it. Just like Vettel is rumored to return to the grid in the future, make sure to return to the channel for more amazing F1 content by hitting that subscribe button. Until next time, cheers.